Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still amazed that conservatives are still trying to make you believe that a guy with a penthouse filled with gold is a man of the people that knows a fast food menu better than the staff that worked there. Donald Trump continues his paint-by-ketchup con campaign with another fast food stop his team pretended was unplanned, but it was a calculated event, and Michaela Montgomery, the person who spontaneously hugged Trump at a Chick-fil-A, was a Republican Party intern with quite a past. I'll be having a laugh getting into the truth and putting my spin on the sweet potato-headed dingleberries calculated 30 milkshakes and also some chicken, run, and more, but first, this.
How exciting is it to be standing on an active runway waiting for Trump Force One to land?
This is a bucket list event for me.
I said that off the top of the show, that this is a very unique experience to be here at the airport to welcome him.
Absolutely. I can't wait.
No, you can wait because you are waiting. If you couldn't wait, you wouldn't be there. This guy is literally the MAGA supporter meme. Goatee, check. Tacky flag gear, check. Tactical sunglasses on a MAGA hat, check. Imagine if your life goals were to be interviewed by Marjorie Taylor Greene's Oompa Loompa-headed boyfriend while you wait on the tarmac to see a con artist. Fun fact, the term bucket list in relation to kicking the bucket and things to do before that happens was used for the first time in one sentence of an obscure book in 2004, The Mandela Effect has people certain the phrase has been around since kicking the bucket has existed for so long. But if that's the case, there would have been substantial written proof that the term bucket list existed before 2007. If you revisit the film's movie trailer, it even explains what a bucket list even is. Fortunately, we didn't have to sit through a scene where Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson are waiting with a bunch of window lickers to cheer on a diaper-defeated former president. Here's Donnie. It is pouring. MAGA Tears. I played in 35 countries for over 2 decades, but most days you'll find me here. Thanks for taking in this bald comedian's take on things. Please join the best subscribers on YouTube while I blast the latest and stupid and more. For once, Team Trump didn't use AI to make it look like he's into diversity. Yes, these images of Donald Trump keep circulating, and they're about as real as Melania's love for him. Trump's whistle stops have a familiar pattern. He's greeted on the tarmac with supporters, poses with local cops, even though he has zero respect for law and order, cranks out the same rambling for his eyes too close together base that claim Biden made them broke, yet they can afford to travel and buy cheap Trump gear, and then he heads to pose as a man of the people at a diner or fast food joint before flying back to the stolen document compound where he plays wedding DJ. In this instance, his stop was at Chick-fil-A. I had a problem with the audio, but my Soros technology has made it possible.
Stay back. You know I was totally against raising your wages, right? Ketchup is going all over that, so get me 17 Big Macs and a pepperoni pizza. I don't care if you're wearing diapers, Mr. Trump. I'ma hug you. Oh, wow. This totally just happened, people. It's a full one. Are you sure? Okay, bring it in. Squeeze the turd tank. So good. Oh. Wow. We didn't do this in rehearsal, okay? This wasn't in the script, honey. Got blonde hair dye. Gonna eat a Big Mac. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big Macs, baby. Is this over? Big Macs. How sweet is that?
These photo ops are crucial for Republicans who want to create the illusion that Trump cares and that there is an organic movement of black voters for Trump. Some people are noting how the staff were smiling, but the news cameras are in there, and so is a former president. So even if he's not your guy, it's still just not your typical day at a fast food restaurant. It's exciting for them. Michaela Montgomery, the person who hugged Trump at Chick-fil-A, runs a conservative group, was a Republican Party intern, and former Blexit city director. An ex-user even posted what appears to be a mugshot of Michaela Montgomery from Gwinnett County jail bookings. I even found the same photo on Google Images. Blexit was founded by Candace Owens and Turning Point USA, which was founded by Dolphin Fetus is without a doubt a human being, Charlie Kirk. Blexit stands for the Black Exit from Victimhood mentality. Blexit, or Black Exit, is driven by conservatives with the goal of encouraging a massive movement of Black Americans from the political left. The name comes from Brexit, the UK's withdrawal from the European Union, spearheaded by Trump supporter Nigel Farage, who stepped down as leader the moment the Brexit vote went through. Brexit was led by the extreme right, and the majority of economists believe that Brexit has harmed the UK's economy, made imports far more expensive, and reduced its real per capita income in the long term. Goldman Sachs attributed the economic shortfall to 3 key factors: reduced trade, weaker business investment, and labor shortages, as a result of lower immigration from the EU. Brexit has been a disaster, so any modeling off of that isn't the best idea. Candace Owens wants people out of the party that supported Obama for 8 years to the one that claimed he was not even born in the USA and did everything they could to block every effort he made to better the country.
Well, I put it this way, you guys, put it this way. I've got probably, I don't know, maybe 2,000 computers in my pillow all over the country. Now, when something happens to them that's impossible, where you set it and they all go down at the same time, the exact same glitch, and it's not horizontal. Remember, they're not supposed to be on the internet, guys. Come on now.
No,
they're not on the internet.
Not on the internet.
2,000 computers at MyPillow, and he doesn't know how to work one of them. And come on, 2,000? I highly doubt there are 2,000 computers at a pillow factory. Anytime Mike Lindell throws out a number and makes a claim, it is comedy law that I play this clip.
They will be made unconstitutional. That was A. B, declare the November 2020 election results unreliable and therefore void. Number C, require a new election across the board.
Well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory, and he gave us examples. He said that Biden didn't know that Africa was a country. He couldn't remember the year that his son died. He didn't know the last names of staff members. He forgot when he was vice president. All very embarrassing stuff. How are you going to get those tapes?
Well, we're going to continue to go through the legal process.
Africa's a country. Nailed it again, Newsmax. And of course, Comer doesn't even blink. The man is clueless. He rarely leaves the state. This is the kind of person that thinks he needs a different currency when he travels around the U.S. My children wanted to visit Disneyland, so I went to the bank, changed my money to whatever they use in California. You know, I was lucky enough to film in South Africa, and it was awesome. I got to see penguins, Table Mountain, visit Robben Island, discover Biltong. Anyhow, that's a country in Africa, the continent, and I recommend it.
If we are in an age of artificial intelligence now, where these things, they could frame me for anything, you could put it out there, the fake news could actually take the tools there, and there's nothing I could do. You haul people away. I got my phone taken on a Hardee's drive-through. They still have it. So what I'm saying is, if we get one shot at this, if this goes through now, you look back at Nazi Germany, you look at movies like 1984 and The Terminator and all these things. This is it. I mean, it's over, because we're going to be, who's going to regulate this new era we're coming into? Our future of our country is at stake here. We get one shot but I've said it before. I don't want to leave on that note. I've said it before. God's got his hand in all this. And when we get to this great place we're going to get to, we're going to look back and everything had to happen on God's timing, and even the bad things, which are opening people's eyes to get to this great place.
Nazi Germany, The Terminator, 1984. Okay, spot the difference. I gotta say it's bizarre that Lindell lumps Nazi Germany in with movies. Does he think World War II was a film? Also, if God had his hand in all of this, where was he during the Holocaust?
Now, if we're wrong, everyone's got to do their part. If we're wrong, you know what? It's a win-win. All us believers, we're in the greatest revival for Jesus Christ in history. We all go to heaven. It's a win-win.
Honestly, all this talk about getting into heaven and doing your part is a bit too planes into buildings for me.
Sir, they're all busy living their lives, and I understand you've all got a life to live. My gosh, I got 7 kids. But for the sake of your children, just get involved for the love of our country. Lord, I just pray right now, Lord, I pray I pray a hedge of protection over Mike. I pray a hedge of protection over Donald Trump. And I ask and I plead for your forgiveness for our sins as a nation, Lord.
Hedge of protection. Maybe Lindell's expert would have less kids if his version of birth control wasn't some shrubbery. Like, if you haven't noticed, things aren't exactly going fantastic for guys like Lindell and Trump, so keep it up with the hedges. Maybe Trump will fire Alina Habba and replace her with a shrub. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks with this button. And please take 2 seconds after this video to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. These things are free and help the show grow. Thank you.
Just a psycho liar. There's not a truth in the skeletons of the Democrat Party, and this is a perfect representative. The man is a liar. They're all liars, and everybody knows that now. That's why we're supporting Donald Trump, because we want to take America back based on the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and freedom. It's so simple, even guitar players can figure it out.
You know, folks,
These are liars, frauds, and creeps defending other liars, frauds, and creeps. On VH1's Behind the Music in 1998, Ted Nugent openly admitted having affairs with several underage girls and said, "I was addicted to girls. It was hopeless. It was beautiful." Ted even legally adopted an underage girl, which meant she legally became his daughter, who he went on to have a relationship with and gave her STDs. Ted even released a song titled Jailbait, which is about his love of girls as young as 12 and 13. Ted is far past weirdo. He's disgusting, and his patriot gun persona is a joke. He's just another Trump supporter that has conned MAGA with his camouflage, even though he went to great lengths to avoid military service. In a lengthy 1977 interview with High Times magazine, Ted Nugent said, 30 days before his military physical, he started eating junk food 24/7, quit showering, and days before the physical, he crapped his pants and took meth, and this led to getting a 4F, not acceptable for military service. But hey, he's a patriot, right? Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie. Again, good dude. Well, we are not still in the bunker. We are back in the bunker after the farm accident. Join me on a secret mission to uncover the truth about the eclipse that the deep state wants you to think is like a normal celestial occurrence. Well, I predicted the eclipse would take totality over 8 cities named Nineveh, and this is super deep biblical stuff that is probably above your pay grade. So you're just gonna have to trust me like you do with the weight loss paste that also lubricates and the other stuff I make over 30 million a year selling, but I'm broke. I'm so broke. I'm broke. Now, the fact checkers are saying I was wrong because only 2 Ninevehs experienced totality and like 5 saw partial. Just a little eclipse tease, like a wink from Lindsey Graham across the bar. Brother, it doesn't matter if I said 28 or 29 or 100 Ninevehs because none of it matters. Marjorie believes the eclipse was God sending a message like, okay, if you want to send me a message, like text me, bro, send me a DM. This mysterious stuff is weird. But the truth is, this was FEMA and the National Guard testing a new globalist superweapon powered by darkness. It is like the opposite of solar. Now, I'm not going to reveal which location Margie and I experienced the eclipse at, but it does not go as planned. We found a desolate part of one of the Ninevehs and got in the bed of our Cybertruck and got the glasses on, but it was taking forever. So to kill time, we thought we would christen the crazy stainless steel vehicle that my African-American Canadian friend gave me, and I told my Georgia gremlin that just because her sky wizard and the deep state coordinated a daytime blackout, it is not an excuse to air out her uneven pair of Tostitos skin strip mall parking lot funhouse mirror-looking feet. If I get a sense you have lifted a crack open of your hammered Spam cans, I will take off my special glasses and stare directly at the sun, raw dogging it DJT style. Because my retinas are already destroyed from the sight of your 7 toes that are too warped and droopy for a Salvador Dali painting. He be tickling his whirly mustache looking at those stale cavitappy digits like, yeah, no, or whatever the word is for no in Spain. Because what does the rule have, TG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on. Congratulations, you're a dull snowflake with no hair. MAGA Tears. FJB, Trump 2024. MAGA Tears. I don't trust brain dead Joe trying to start WW111. MAGA Tears. Donald Trump continues his paint by ketchup. Donald Trump continues his paint by ketchup con campaign. Donald Trump continues his paint by ketchup con campaign with another fast food stop. His team. Yes, these images of Donald Trump keep circulating, and they are about as real as Melania's love for him. I get a sense that you have cracked open your hammered Spam cans. I will take off my special glasses and stare directly at the sun. Bring it on, DJT raw dog style. It's the raw dog in it. Well, we are not still in the bunker. We are back in the bunker after the farm accident. Join me. Hedge of protection. Maybe Lindell's expert would have less kids if his version of birth control wasn't some shrubbery. Some shrubbery. Smoking a pancake. Because only 2 Ninevehs experienced totality and like 5 saw partial. You know, partial, a little eclipse tease, like a wink across the bar from Lindsey Graham. Hey, shh, see you later. All right, don't tell anyone. Brother. He'd be tickling his twirly mustache, looking at those stale cavitappy digits like, yeah, no, or whatever the word is for no in their Spain. Fortunately, we didn't have to sit through Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson waiting with a bunch of window lickers to cheer on a diaper defeated former president.
Name Nineveh, and this is super deep biblical stuff that is probably like above your pay grade, so you're gonna have to just trust me like you do with the weight loss paste that also doubles as a lube. Get it on. And other stuff that I make over 30 million years selling, but I'm broke. I'm so broke.
Thanks for watching. Please stick around and check out another one of my videos. Say hello in the comments. Find my stand-up on Spotify, streamed by millions, and add me on Facebook and Instagram. It all helps. Be cool, be kind, take care.